important. So I want you guys to do this exercise with me and optimize your resume, okay? Okay, let's get right to it. Okay, so now you can see my screen. So we're gonna go over what it means to have a good resume, okay? Okay, so basically, እንዳልኩት ቅድም, your resume is your first impression. It needs to highlight your skills and qualifications clearly and professionally. resumeያችን ነው መጀመሪያ የምንልከው. So it's very important that it highlights our skills and qualification, okay? እና አሪፍ resume craft ለማድረግ ሁለት ነገሮችን consider ማድረግ አለብን. አንደኛው ፎርማት ነው. ፎርማቲንግ እንዴት ነው? ሁለተኛው ደግሞ obviously ኮንተንቱ ምንድነው ያለው ምንድነው የተጻፈበት የሚለውን ነገር consider ማድረግ አለብን. So this is the resume template that I use for myself, and I have it linked below in the group. Or if you guys have previously joined my free group, you probably have this too, but it's updated, okay? So this is the resume template that I use that works for me, and I want to share it with you guys, and I want to teach you how to use this resume template to write a very successful resume. So like we said, format and content I know focus የምናደርገው on this training, okay? Okay, let's get started. So በመጀመሪያ ደረጃ let's talk about format. What does formatting mean? It's the structure of your resume. What does it look like at a first glance? What does your format look like? So the formatting ላይ ስናወራ do and don't ብዬ do and avoid ብዬ በሁለት ከፍየዋለሁ. So መጀመሪያ let's talk about the positive aspect. So when we're writing our resume, when we're crafting our resume, what are the formatting laws, quote unquote, rules, unspoken rules about what makes a good resume? Keep it simple and professional, okay? It has to be simple. Like የተንዛዛ resume ወይም ደግሞ professional ያልሆነ wording ምናምን መጠቀም is not it. So it has to be simple and professional. What does that mean? It has to be clean. Set out? It has to be the same thing. It has to be easy to read font. Like የተጠቀላለሉ ቃላቶች ፎርማቶች you know የተጠቀላለሉ ፎንቶች አያስፈልጉም. Try to keep it easy. This is the font that I like to use. You guys can use Arial or any other font that is like straightforward, okay? ሁለተኛ easy to read. ቀላል መሆን አለበት ለማንበብ። ቅጠልጥል ጽሁፍ ወር እንዲህ በጣም ከርቭ የሆኑ ፎንቶች ከሆኑ ለማንበብ ያስቸግራሉ። እና ፎርማቱ ከላይ እስከታች አንድ አይነት መሆን አለበት. If you have to keep the same format all through around, okay? So your title should be the same format, your content should be the same format, the way that you're highlighting your job title should be the same format, your date should be the same format. Usually what I see on resumes is that, people would mix and match fonts, sizes. That's not good. Bullet pointaቸው አንዳንድ ወደዚህ ወጣ no. Okay, when I look at it, it has to look nice and clean. That's important. ሁለተኛ ደግሞ organizing your sections clearly. So the way that I have it organized, I have 4 sections here. There's your headline, which includes your first, last name, and your content information. ከዛ በኋላ I have here your professional summary, but this is the twist that I like doing. Here I like to put the target job title. So for example, if I am a project manager and I am targeting for product management roles, I'm gonna put here product management ብዬ ማለት ነው. So target job title ነው እዚህ ጋር ማስገባው. This is called a professional summary. And then the second part is your professional experience or work experience, okay? That is the biggest part of your resume. And your professional summary, it has to be small. This is long because it includes it's like an instruction, right? But when you're actually writing it, it has to be precise and small, okay? So don't worry too much about writing your resume right now, constructing your resume. I want you to understand what goes into writing a resume, okay? So pay attention to that. Okay, so professional summary, professional experience or work experience, ከዛ በኋላ education. Okay, so that's 4 sections. your headline, which includes your first, last name, and contact information, your professional summary, your professional experience, and then your education. For me, that's enough. And your bullet point have to be clean, okay? So this is important. The bullet points make information concise and scannable. So when people are looking at it, when they're scanning it, recruiters, but bullet point ከሆነ ሊስት ያደርጋችሁት, it's going to be easy to just look at it. So compare this part to this. Which one is easier to go through? Obviously the bullet point one. So that's what I am trying to highlight here, okay? And then on here you guys can add your skills and your experience. Your professional summary has to be very short. And yeah, skillachun bullet point ወይም በኮማ skill ብላችሁ ሊስት ማድረግ ትችላላችሁ. We'll talk more about that, okay? So let me see. Prioritize key information. Okay, basically this is important. I'm sorry, I almost skipped it. Resumeያችሁን ስትጽፉ አሜሪካን ሀገር ውስጥ ከሆናችሁ usually you should not exceed 1 page unless you have extensive experience. What does that mean? ከ15 ዓመት በታች ከሆነ experienceአችሁ, try to keep your resume 1 page. Okay, if you have a PhD, if you have like 10-15 years experience, you can probably go to 2 pages, but if not, just keep it to 1 page. Okay, nobody has time to read through your 5-page resume. So if your resume is not 1 page, that's what you're going to prioritize after this call. You're going to go back and try to decrease whatever information is in there that is not needed. Okay, so now that we talked about what to include, let's talk about what to avoid. Okay, obviously I said that before too. Do not use fancy or curly fonts. Do not use all caps or overly bold texts. So Aziga, I have bold text, but this is because it is an instruction on how to write your resume, okay? But when you're actually writing it, bold ማድረግ ያለባችሁ ታይትሎቹንና your job title ብቻ ነው. Everything else, don't bold it, okay? Just keep it normal. Avoid clutter. ጥቅጥቅ አድርጋችሁ አትጻፉት. There has to be balance between the writing and also the gaps. ይሄንን justify አታርጉት, which means that like ጀምሮ እስኪጨርስ ልክ አሁን እዚህ ጋር justification ይባላል. ቀጥታ እንደዚህ በመስመር ሲወርድ ማለት ነው. ማለቂያውን ግን justify አታርጉት. Okay? That's keep it clean. Keep it clutter free. Don't use excessive colors. Don't use excessive template. You know, some templates have like graphics manamen. Don't use that. The only exception for you to be creative with the template or with the formatting of your resume is if you are applying for a creative role. You know, graphic design. I don't know. Artsy የሆነ ነገር ከሆነ maybe that could be acceptable. But I highly recommend you using the simplest template that you can find. A template demo, it's linked in bio. So go in the bottom, down below, not in my bio. It's linked down below. Go ahead and download it, okay? There's a typo. I will fix that. But yeah, basically that's what I want you to consider when it comes to formatting. Okay, let's move on to content. Okay, so very important. Your content is the heart of your resume. Formatting አሪፍ አድርጋችሁ ግን ዝባዝርኬ content ከከተታችሁበት your resume is not gonna look good. Okay, recruiters on average spend 6 to 10 seconds scanning your resume. ሪክሩተሮች መጀመሪያ ሲከፍቱት ሬዝሜያችሁን ሲያዩ 1 2 3 4 5 6. So they're gonna go in a Z pattern to scan through your resume. And what they're looking for is keywords. What they're looking for is titles. Okay? So you have to make sure that your content is key. Okay? So start with a clear summary. እዚህ ጋር ሰመሪያችሁን clearly state አድርጉ። ስንት ዓመት experience እንዳላችሁ, you know, what it is that you achieved, what it is that you accomplished. matrix, it's important to add in numbers. For example, data analyst with 3+ years of experience in improving workflow, saving $250K annually. So this is just the start, right? This is the start of your summary, your professional summary. Okay, numbers of years of experience, your achievements, your goals, your matrix, your percentages, your KPIs, key performance indicators. Okay, that's what you're gonna do, and I'm gonna teach you guys on how to do that using ChatGPT. So don't worry about the wording of it. I just want you to type up what it is that you have. Okay, and then use quantifiable achievements throughout your resume. Like step by step, I put the instructions here, so go ahead and read these things out. And I linked some Harvard action verbs here, vague for specific job descriptions. We talked about putting in quantifiable achievement, putting in technical skills, putting in transferable skills. So vague የሆኑ skills versus specific descriptions. እዚህ ጋር example link አድርጌላችኋለሁ. So go ahead and read this at the same time. Look at these links here, okay? So basically, when you're writing your resume, one thing that really helped me is when we're talking about quantifiable achievements, እንዴት ነው vague or specific የሆኑ ነገሮች እንዴት ነው መለየት የምችለው የሚለውን ጥያቄ ለመመለስ, every time you write a sentence down, ask yourself, says who? Okay, ask yourself, when you say experienced in improving workflows, what does that mean? How can I prove that I'm experienced in improving workflows? Okay, I saved $250K annually. You see what I mean? By improving workflows. You see what I mean? So every time you write a sentence, ask yourself, what proof can I put in there to prove that I've done this? Okay, I hope that makes sense. Increased engagement by 50% with a new content strategy. So instead of saying created a new content strategy or implemented a new content strategy, saying increased engagement by 50% with new content strategy really solidifies and proves that you did that. Okay, so that's the difference between quantifiable achievements and matrices versus no matrices and no quantifiable achievements. Okay, so that's why people push you to put in numbers. It's because it proves that you did it. Okay, so tailor for each job. That is very important. Next point is tailoring resume for each job. So if you're applying for an IT specialist and if you're applying for a data analyst, you cannot use the same resume. If you're applying for program management and you're applying for product management, you cannot use the same resume because those job descriptions are different. So you have to tailor your resume to the specific job description. It's very important that you do that, or else you're not going to get a call, or else you're going to get rejected. That is very important. Please pay attention to that. Okay, number 4, certifications and skills. Okay, include certifications. If you have certifications that is relevant to the job that you are applying for, include them. If you have skills that are relevant to the job that you're applying for, include them. If you have educations that are relevant to the job you're applying for, include it. Okay, the last one is proofread for perfection. Okay, so you see here I put typo. It's not acceptable to have typos in your resume. You have to have no typos. One more thing I want to mention. On the top of your resume, please put just your first and last name. መጀመሪያ ስማችሁንና የመጨረሻ ስማችሁን. Middle nameአችሁን, if you don't need to put it in, don't put it in. If you want to put in your middle name, try to put in your initial, especially ኢትዮጵያዊ ስንሆን ስማችን ረጅም ነው፣ ስማችን complicated ነው። so ከዚህ ድረስ አለም ወርቅ ፀሐይ መንግስቱ ብለን መጻፍ አያስፈልገንም። አለም ወርቅ መንግስቱ ብለን ከጻፍን ይበቃናል። so just put first and last name, phone number, and then when you're putting your address, just put city and state, and your email address, you have to link it so that when I click it, it goes to your email. Same thing with your LinkedIn address. You have to link it here. You have to right click, and then you put hyperlink, and then you put in your hyperlink right there. Okay, that is very important, and I'll show you how to do that on the next video as well, because we're gonna write our resume using ChatGPT. Okay, so this will be the end of our crafting resume guide, and this is a guide that I want you to have in case you want to write your resume in the future, because lene it's important that kazi group support, you know, I want you guys to have value. So me doing stuff for you is not going to be it. I want you guys to learn how to do it, so next time you don't pay anybody to teach you how to do it or to do it for you. Okay guys, I hope this is helpful. Hang on video demo, as you know, if things change or whatnot, I'll always be updating it. I'll always be keeping up to have it as precisely and as close as to the industry standard as possible. So you know, come back and check it every now and then if you guys are still in here. Yeah, and I hope this was helpful, and these are important things for you guys to know, so please remember those. Okay, on top of that, a Hangout resume template is linked below. Same with the PowerPoint is linked below too, so take it and keep it for yourself, and then resume template unuseduna try to format your resume in this template as much as you can. And once you do that, let's go to the next video. Okay guys, see you there.